This is exciting. I'm here with John Drew, the producer of Bitcoin Day, and we're going to talk about what Bitcoin Day is, why it's important to the Bitcoin community, and most importantly, how you can get there. So, John, you have been putting on the Bitcoin Day for 3 years now.
Yes. My first Bitcoin day was 2023, January of 2023. So yeah, we've done in Naples. So we've done three Bitcoin Day Naples so far. No, we've done four Bitcoin Day Naples. 23, 24, 25, 26, and now we're getting ready for our fifth annual Bitcoin Day Naples on January 16th, 2027.
That is fantastic. So, why did you choose Naples? I know that you live in the area, but what makes Naples so special to the Bitcoin community?
I do live in Naples, and I've been here for 10 years. I've been involved in Bitcoin for about 4 years, and when I got involved, the first thing I did was try to find a meetup group here in Naples. After attending that meetup group for about a year, I got more involved and took over management of that group. And the group was just growing, and people were curious. And I discovered that we have a few, let's call them Bitcoin celebrities that live in the Naples area. And through one of those people, I learned about the Bitcoin Day conferences. At the time, Bitcoin Day was kind of a traveling conference that was going from city to city. And I decided that I would love to have one of those in Naples. So I contacted the founder of Bitcoin Day and encouraged him to do a Bitcoin Day conference in Naples, and that's how the first one in 2023 happened. It was important to me to bring a wide range of topics into the mix because, I just don't feel like people want to sit around and listen to the finance bros, the suits talk all day about the same thing, or the miners talk all day about the same thing. I wanted it to be a well-rounded um, event with content that covered every aspect of Bitcoin Day. And so I really purposely and intentionally designed the content so that it was a full scope of Bitcoin related topics.
Before we get into what we're going to expect at this year's conference, tell us a little bit about the venue because the venue is pretty sweet. I've been to the Naples one where it was in the convention center. That was okay. I mean, it's Naples, so you're living right. Then we went to Tampa, and Tampa was pretty nice, overlooking what is it, Tampa University, University of Tampa, on the river there, and it was very hot out, but there's dolphins. But Four Seasons, that's like a whole new level. Like, tell us about how you landed at this venue and how it's evolved to get there.
Well, so there's a little bit of a backstory behind the Four Seasons Naples. It's called the Naples Beach Club, and it's been a property, a unique property in Naples. It's been there for decades. Very well loved by locals and by tourists alike. And a few years ago, the owners of that property sold, and the Four Seasons purchased the property. They completely demolished everything that was on the property and rebuilt a brand new hotel. Although, because there was such local flavor and such a love by the local people for the beachside restaurant and the beachside bar, it's called the Sunset Bar. Um, they actually maintained the footprint of those two places on the property, and then the rest of it is luxury Four Seasons. It's a beautiful property right on the beach. It's 5-star service. Uh, I, the decision to go there was based on the fact that, hey, new this brand new property is opening up, and the timing for the 2026 event was like just perfect. That they had barely been open enough for them to accommodate us for our event, and we just wanted to make Bitcoin Day Naples a destination event. We wanted to raise the bar to attract some of the some of the higher class Bitcoiners in the space, and to attract speakers who would want to come to a conference that was located at this beautiful property. I know that the speakers, a lot of times, they donate their time, and they actually travel to these events on their own. And we wanted to create a space where they were that people wanted to come to and wanted to spend time at.
And there's really not a lot of high-end destinations. I mean, Vegas is Vegas. It's not high end or low end. It just is. And then you go to your other events, and they're pretty standard conventions. They're nothing special. So to do it at the Four Seasons, you're really setting yourself apart, and I really appreciate that because it's an experience. It's not just going to a convention. It's You're going to stay in a really nice place. You're going to have some of the best meals. You're going to have a drink on the Sunset Bar, and really enjoy the atmosphere of Naples. And you really get to live in Naples, which is what I appreciate about the Four Seasons than the other venues that we've been to. So this is really a step up. It's going to be fantastic. So, in I know we're quite a ways away, but we wanted to give people a little bit of a preview. I know that you've been working it and talking to speakers. You're getting people, a program going, a schedule happening. What can people expect when they show up for the morning of Bitcoin 27 in Naples, Florida?
They can expect to enjoy the atmosphere, the beachside atmosphere of the Four Seasons, the beautiful sunny Florida weather in January, the high quality group of Bitcoiners who will be attending. They're going to make some great connections. The speakers all they stay with the group all day long. We don't have a green room or a separate area where the speakers can hide out. It's designed so that the people attending can mingle with the speakers and talk to them all day long, not just listen to them while they're on stage. We start right into the content at 9 o'clock, and we go in for a couple of hours, and then we break for lunch. The lunch last year, we got so many compliments on the Four Seasons catering that like almost every single survey response had something to say about how good the lunch was. So you can expect a very high quality, high class lunch, and another opportunity to hang out and mingle with everyone that's there, and talk to your favorite speaker. And then we go into the afternoon content, and then at 5 o'clock we break and we go down to the beach so that everybody can grab a drink at the reception that we host, and then watch the sunset on the beach.
That's fantastic. So, in years past, I've run into people like Bitcoin celebrities like Bob Burnett, David Branscombe. There was the politician, one of the people in the legislature at Florida. Gary Cardone was there. Larry Leopold, I think, frequents your event. Who can we expect this year?
Some of our regulars will be back. We'll have Larry Lepard and Bob Burnett, and we'll have Nico Moran. He's been at every single Bitcoin Day Naples since the beginning. We also have already secured a presenting sponsor. So Arch Lending is our presenting sponsor, and their CEO Himanshu Sahay will be speaking. Mark Artimko from Ocean. Ocean is another fantastic sponsor and supporter. And then a guy named Bobby Iacchino, who's not very well known in the Bitcoin world, but he is very well known in the finance and trading world. And of course, another regular sponsor and speaker is CJ Constantinos from People's Reserve, so he'll be back again. Michelle Weekly will be back again. That's another sponsor, regular sponsor, Byte Federal, so Paul Tarantino. Media partner Cedric Youngelman, he'll be back. And then you, of course, Jon Taylor, will be there as a sponsor, and Blue Hawk Energy Solutions, Renegade Miner magazine. You say it's early, and it is, and we're still talking to plenty of other speakers and potential sponsors. So that lineup will only expand over time.
I like it because there are some solo speakers. The sponsors get up there and they kind of talk about their services, and all those services are so valuable to the Bitcoin community, and they are very specialized and niche. But the panels really do cover a wide range. They're very opinionated. There's a lot of times when we've gotten through those panels and people are talking after because someone brought up something that may not sit well. They've ruffled some feathers, they've caused some controversy. That's what I really like because you go to a lot of the conferences and it's just PowerPoint, like, well, let me give you my shtick, PowerPoint, or, you know, here's what my company does, and it's kind of shilling their services. But you really dig into the meat of kind of ruffling up the feathers. Is that intentional, or is it just the spirit of Bitcoin Day?
A little of both. It's intentional, and it's the spirit of Bitcoin Day. We don't like the idea of four or five guys on a stage or people on a stage that are all nodding their heads and agreeing with each other. So we like to mix it up a bit and put people with differing opinions on the stage together and let them sort of hash it out and debate the different sides of an issue. So yeah, we intentionally do that to kind of stir things up and really get good conversations started. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, and that is really the goal of Bitcoin Day, is to build those connections, to create an atmosphere where you meet new people and you build connections that will, either turn into lifelong friendships and or business partnerships.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. So tell us, where do we find Bitcoin Day and how can we get involved?
This year we're kind of thinking about, so we generally have one stage, and we try to keep it so that people don't have to choose whether to be in two different places at the same time. But we're considering maybe doing some workshops. So if there are sponsors out there that have things like wallets or other tools that they might want to workshop, we like setting up a node maybe or something like that, a Start9 or an Umbrel or whatever. We're considering doing workshops. So if there's any sponsors that are looking to show off their products in that fashion, we can probably arrange that. The ticket prices that right now, they're actually very reasonable. They're priced right at $200 or $199. But we are going to increase the ticket prices. We have a limited number of rooms at our rate, our special rate. And so if you are planning to come and you get your ticket and you want to stay at the Four Seasons, I highly recommend that you get that room reserved right away because they will go fast.
And you're going to want to stay at the Four Seasons. It's just, the towels, the bathrobe, it's all worth it.
Yeah, it's an experience, that's for sure. Definitely an
Definitely.
experience. Hmm.
Thank you so much for joining us today, John. We look forward to seeing you at Bitcoin Day 27 in beautiful sunny Naples, Florida in January, where most of us are going to be sitting in snow, flying down to the sun and loving every minute of it. So thanks for joining us.
Yes, you're very welcome. And I'll be at Mining Disrupt. So if anybody out there is going to be at Mining Disrupt, look me up.